All right, so you want to trade perps on Hyperliquid. Today I'm going to be giving you a full tutorial on how to use Hyperliquid, which is a Perp Dex. And here I'm just going to be going over the brief overview of how to get started on Hyperliquid, a little bit about it, and also why I'm using it. So let's get started. And in the future, you can drink the blood of dumb money soon once you're trading and gambling all of your money away. Now let's get started. First things first, on DeFi Llama, I'll tell you guys why I went with Hyperliquid. So on DeFi Llama, if you just go to categories, which by the way, DeFi Llama just ranks like TVL and just value of different projects. And if you go down to derivatives here, if you rank by TVL and sort via that way, you'll see a GMX, Jupiter, DYDX, and Hyperliquid Perp. Now, Hyperliquid caught my eye a little while ago as, you know, this Perp Dex, which started to gain a decent amount of momentum, and I found it to be quite interesting. So I looked a little bit further into it and I started trading on it. And so it's one of the top ranked derivatives exchanges, and I think for good reason. Now, Hyperliquid, here you can trade perpetuals seamlessly. There is actually 139 assets. I don't know any other DEX that really allows you to trade perps with 139 assets, right? If we're comparing this to DYDX, the top competitor in the space for this, you know, then that's only 122 different cryptocurrencies, right? But Hyperliquid, 139. So right out of the bat, I liked that. I like that there is just more. I don't really like how some of these perp dexes only have like 5 to 12 assets in total. I really like having options, and Hyperliquid gives me those options. Now, another thing is the fees, low fees, zero gas, maker rebates, and low taker fees, which I'm going to leave the docs down in the description below. We're not going to get into the cost of the fees because maybe by the time I upload this video, those could change, and who knows really. So I don't want to get into those technicals, but if you want to read about it, you can in the docs down below. I've been using it for a little while now, and so far I've been really liking it, right? That's why I'm making this video. So if you just go to the main landing page of Hyperliquid, you can see all of the different assets that they are trading. So 139, quite a lot. You can see the roadmap as well. As of right now, there is no token. Maybe there will be in the future for people who are using it. I'm not really sure, but who knows? Either way, it is a pretty good exchange, and I'll tell you guys how to get set up. All right, so first of all, create a new Metamask account. Now, do not use the one that you are trading with small gems. Create this as a separate individual Metamask account that you are just using for this exchange and this exchange only. That's the only transactions you are going to sign. Create a Metamask account just for that. Once you do, then you can click on Launch Application. And here is just the brief overview of the platform. And first things first is that you have to get funds onto the platform. And also, once you've launched the application side of the website, I actually really recommend creating an app on your computer. I don't recommend trading on your phone ever. Who knows, maybe you can just click on some random Telegram notification and all of your funds are drained. Whatever you do, I highly recommend not to put your funds on your phone at all. When it comes to creating an app in your, let's just say if you're like me and you use Chrome, I highly recommend to check out this tutorial. You can just open Chrome, navigate to the website you want to add as an app, go to the top right, click on these 3 icons, then you'll click on More Tools, and then you'll click on Create Shortcut, and then you can enter the name for the shortcut, and then you can click Create. Once you do that, you will have something like this, right? It's its own application, which I can have like pinned on my main bar right here. So I can just get this on my desktop, and no matter what, every single time I click on that application, I will be brought directly to Hyperliquid's Perp Dex. And from there, I don't have to worry about accidentally clicking on a wrong link or anything like that. So it's a little bit more of a security measure, and also just because I like having its own dedicated application. Now, once you're here and you have MetaMask, you'll need to connect it, and you can do that up in the top right. You'll just click on Connect and then click on MetaMask, and then you'll have to switch your network over from the base of which is usually Ethereum, and you'll be switching it over to Arbitrum to deposit the funds. Now, once you're there, you will need to go from your exchange. One of the exchanges that you're using is what I would recommend to get into this. And from there, you'll need either USDC or USDT, and then you'll need to withdraw it on the Arbitrum One network. And all you have to do is go into your MetaMask account, copy your address, and then paste it. And this is your Arbitrum One address, by the way. Once you're there, send just a little bit of ETH over to the MetaMask address, and then you can send over the main USDC or USDT via the Arbitrum One network. Once you've sent those funds over to your wallet, then what you'll do is go into deposit, and then from here you'll select the source chain, which as of right now it's just Arbitrum. In the future it says there's going to be other chains, so that's going to be good news. But as of right now it's just Arbitrum, which Arbitrum has pretty low fees anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. Then USDC or USDT, and then from there you can just deposit the amount. So just click on this USDC, and then you would just select the amount. So if you, for example, had like 1,000 and you wanted to deposit all of those, you just click on max, and then you would deposit straight from there. I've already done that into this account, and I have over $1,000 into this specific account that I've been using with this platform. And here you can see the account value. Here you can see also the P&L. And right now I'm up $150 right now. So when it comes to this, I actually, in just taking a look at the assets, another thing you can do, a little life hack, is you can actually go to, for example, either the website and just scroll down to the 139 assets. Then on TradingView, you can click and create a watch list. For example, I did that here. I just called it Hyper. And then I added all of the 139 assets that I was interested in trading. I think, like, for example, there was like maybe 2 or 3 that I didn't even add because I know I'm never going to trade them. But for the most part, you can add those assets into a watch list on TradingView. And then from there, if you're, for example, a premium member of TradingView, you can have all sorts of things from different indicators that you can use to alerts, and you can really customize it a little bit further for you. Like, for example, right now I have an indicator on here, and also you can just set alerts. So when price goes a specific way, or, you know, for example, if price hits your indicator in one specific direction, then at least you'll get notified. And I like that. So then I can see those on my devices, and then I can either enter or exit a trade. All right, so on the trade tab, this is the main tab where you will find yourself most of the time. So here we can just take a look at all the assets. If we just click on the market, right? And from here we can take a look. We can either trade spot, DEX only, trending, pre-launch, AI. So there's some different categories, or if you want, you can take a look at the top gainers and losers by just clicking and toggling on the 24-hour change. So right now it's like Turbo is up 35%. Top losers, Jeff, this is down 13%. What I also recommend is also taking a look at funding. So this is going to be interest that you will be paying on your position. So for example, if I scroll down here and look at the funding, so you can see some of the positions that I've had to pay. So for example, like this one, I've gained $1 since opening this position. For this one, I've had to pay $2.42. So I would take a look at that a little bit further. You know, it shouldn't be something that should stop you though from making a trade, right? Now, what I also would look at is the volume, right? You don't want to trade assets that have very low volume. And if they do, I would be a little bit nervous to do that, as your trade could just go in a different direction than you would hope, or it could be difficult to even get in the trade. It can be difficult to even exit out of the position. So I would take a look at that. And honestly, if you rank by volume, you can just see some of the projects where a lot of funds are in right now, where there is money moving in and out of. These are decent options, in my opinion, to make trades, as there is at least enough liquidity to get in and out of. All right, so let's just say I wanted to trade near protocol, right? Now, there's a couple different options here that you can do, right? So there is cross and there is isolated. I highly recommend looking into these. As cross, you'll see here all cross positions share the same cross margin as collateral. In the event of liquidation, your cross margin balance and any remaining open positions under assets in this mode may be forfeited. So that This is something that's very important, right? And so when it comes to isolated, manage your risk on individual positions by restricting the amount of margin allocated to each. If the margin ratio of an isolated position reaches 100%, the position will be liquidated. Margin can be added or removed to individual positions in this mode. So it's very easy to get liquidated, and I highly recommend that you do your own research into both of these. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to keep it on cross, and I'm just going to do, let's just say, so this is the leverage, and from here I'm just going to do 2x leverage, and that's all I'm going to do for this. Now let's just say I wanted to simply buy long into this position. This is the slider which makes it so you can enter the amount of the size of the position, and this percentage is based on your portfolio size. So for example, if I wanted to just invest, let's just say 5% of my portfolio at a 2x cross, that would be a roughly 9.6 near, and that would be the position for 5%. So that's that specific to me. Now, if I wanted to, I could also take profit and stop loss on the order once that is also created and placed as well. So for example, if I wanted to take profit at, let's just say this range here at, let's just say $7. I wanted to take profit at $7. That would be a 21.89% gain. And if I set the stop loss to, let's just say 5.82, right? 5.82, that would be at a loss of 15.42%. So from here, place the order. And this is in a market order. So I'm immediately placed into the position right now. That's what I'm in. And I can do a couple of other things. For example, I can drag and drop the take profit price. I can also exit out of my position immediately. If I wanted to, I could just go on here where I see near, and then I can click on close at market. So I can just click on close at market, and I can close 100% of the position if I so choose. So that's also something you can do. You can also close all of your positions immediately, or you can set up a limit close if you want to as well there. So there's a couple different specifics you can get into. If I wanted to short it, it would just be on the short side right here. So I would just click on sell or short. And let's just say if I wanted to do that for, let's just see, let me take a look. So let's just say I'm on turbo, and right, I see the price just absolutely tear, 35% gain, and I wanted to short it, right? Then I would just click on this, and from here I could do cross or isolated. I'm just going to do, let's just say like 2x, and I will just do, let's say 2%, and I'll do take profit at 0.0057, 0057, so a 28% gain, and I'll do stop loss at 0.007, let's just say. So at a 10% loss, so 28% gain or 10% loss. And I'm just going to set that up there and then place the order. This is also in a market position. Now, if I wanted to set up a limit position, let's do this with another one. Let's set up for, let's just say blast, right? If I wanted to set up a limit position for a buy long, here, my order would be set in specific parameters. So let's just say I think the price is gonna do a little bit of a retracement, but then I would like to enter a long position after that. Let's just say up until this range, right where my cursor is hovering around. So 0.0179, I would just enter that in here. So let's just do the limit at the price of 0.0. Let's just enter this in. So my order would be taken right here, 0.079, and I want to be entered in for 2%, or we're just going to go with 1% of my portfolio. And so I'll be 1% of my portfolio. And then if it goes up to 0.019, there we go. Make sure you look at the decimals when you're placing this. And let's just say it will sell if it goes below 0.016. 0.16. So 31% loss. So there, I will just place the order. And this is a limit. So now you can see that there is a limit buy. If price retraces down to this level, there will be a buy, and it will close at a take profit of this price, and it will close at a stop loss of this price. So that's really how to get started when it comes to trades on Hyperliquid. And from here, there is also vaults. So if you wanted to earn a yield, you can do that here. There's a couple different vaults that you can check out. There is also, you can check out the portfolio section. So here you can see your profit and loss. You can see your account value very easily. You can see also the 14-day volume that you've made. Here you can see the referrals. So if you guys want to use my referral link, you can check it out in the description below. And there you will actually receive a discount on trading fees. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in signing up to Hyperliquid, using that link in the description below. Here you can also see points. There's different points that you can allocate and collect. I don't really care about that. There's also the leaderboard. So if you want, you can check out, and even if you so choose, stalk different wallets as well to see who's trading what and see some of the top traders as well. So for example, this wallet made actually over $30 million, which is just a 19% gain for them. But there's also some that have made over 1,000,000% as well in trading. And you can actually check out their wallets and look at their trades, see what they're doing. And if you want, you could even copy them as well. And if you also need a VPN to sign up and use Hyperliquid, then I highly recommend using iVPN as well. There's literally no account. There's no email, no name that's even required to even sign up. I don't even have an affiliate link with them. I just highly recommend them. So anyways, guys, that's all for this tutorial. We'll see you in the next one.